Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 30th, and hopefully it's going to start to cool down here a little. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's been really hot. So today I'm reading in Romans, and for our morning manna, I have Romans 13:14. Clothe yourselves with the Lord Jesus Christ, and do not think about how to gratify the desires of the flesh. That's Romans 13:14. Reading this, the first thing I wanted to dig into was what are the desires of the flesh? What does that mean for us today in the time that we live in our day-to-day lives? So some of the things I thought about, for me, the desires of the flesh often means food either I shouldn't eat or shouldn't eat so much of. That seems to be a tough one. It's easier for me to do the things that seem like moral issues, like be kind to people and be honest and pay your taxes and all that kind of stuff. But food is such a personal thing, and on some level it seems like, what's the big deal? It just doesn't matter. But when I do that, when I give in to the desire of my flesh, do anything in excess of what needs to happen, it's not honoring God. It's not clothing myself with Christ. So my challenge to myself is, when I get that way, usually about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, is when I feel like I have that craving. Oh, I just have to go have an Oreo or have some chips or have some ice cream. Even when I'm not really hungry, it's more of a habit and emotional thing. Is to challenge myself to just stop and pray for a minute and to tell myself, it's not a treat that I need. Maybe I just need to spend a moment talking to God to get myself back on track and remind myself that this body is a gift and it's a temple to be used for His purposes, not for me to abuse or destroy with overeating or not taking care of myself. So trying to pray more and renew my thought process, like, why am I really thinking that I need to eat right now? Eating is just a basic example. There are other ways the desires of the flesh manifest. Binge watching shows to escape what's going on in our life, or a way to relax. I find for myself, when I get into this, it can be hours that I have wasted just sitting on the couch watching Netflix. What's a better use of that time? Yes, God calls us to rest, but it's not really resting in the best way. Maybe sometimes, but maybe it would be more honoring to put a time limit on that. I'm only going to watch 2 shows, and then I'm going to maybe read my Bible or listen to some music or do something, even though it's rest, that could be a little more productive or better for me, like go for a walk or talk to a friend. Other things is clicking on the ad cart, selfish desires, flesh desires. It's so easy to go through Amazon or other websites and just find stuff that look good to you, that you think is going to benefit you personally. You don't really need it, but it looks cool, and hey, it's a great price and I get free shipping, so I'm just going to add it to my cart and add it to my cart. This is another desire of the flesh that can get to us, and maybe instead we just take a minute and be thankful for all the things that we actually have. Realize that we can be content, that God has blessed us in so many ways. We probably don't really need all of these things we're adding to the cart. There's just a lot of things when you start looking into yourself and think about the desires of the flesh, the things that you are wanting, things that impulsively you're doing, or maybe doing without actually thinking about, and realizing that there is a better way to go forward, a better way to use our time, and a more God-honoring way to go forward. So make your own list. Make a list of the things that you would consider desires of the flesh that maybe you struggle with or that you fall into when you're tired or when you've had a bad day or you're feeling weak. Make a list of those things and then make another list of what would be clothing yourselves with Christ? What would be kind of the opposite of that desire of the flesh? And see where you can start making a difference in your own life, because when you do, it's also going to make a difference in the lives of those around you. Sorry this is so long today. Sometimes it just goes on and on. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, and then it just does. Anyhow, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.